Book 8 of the Jedi Apprentice series, The Day of Reckoning. Here's something that's interesting about us. I don't read the back of the books typically. Yep. If I don't know what's going on in the book, I love going in totally blind.
You read them every back cover to me of these books
because you asked me to.
Oh.
It was not up to here, because I remember I was like trying to figure out Day of Reckoning. What is that title about, right? Because I'm trying to think, what is Jude Watson trying to convey? I know titles can get changed sometimes, not just by the author, but I was trying to figure it out. And you're like, I think it literally says on the back that it's Xanatos' Day of Reckoning. And so, yeah, I was not picking up on that, because the cover very much alludes to like, wow, whose Day of Reckoning is this, right? But this concludes the first major arc of the Jedi Apprentice series.
A major villain.
We do get the final resolution of Xanatos' storyline. Talking about S tier, this is there for me.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. This is S tier.
For real. Fantastic.
You are on Talos, I think. That's how you say it. Basically, it's this industrialized core world under corporate control. Man, so you're taking dystopian elements and corporate dystopian subsets of that. And, oh my gosh, this was like right up my alley. I was like geeking out on this. I'm like, this is so good. And it's written well.
Very well.
Really well. So you have Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Obviously, you have Xanatos. And then you get Vox Chun, who comes in, and this is Bruck Chun's dad. And you also have, how are we saying it? Andre. She comes in. She is basically the leader of something called Power, all caps. People opposed to the wrecking of ecosystems.
But I love the twist.
We're getting a little ahead on the plot. She's positioned as this like leader of this grassroots movement, and I don't remember what his nickname is, but it's
Den.
That's right. Demetrius Den, her buddy, who becomes really critical to the plot with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. It's like, man, this is Andre or whatever, Andra, and she's leader Power, and like this whole thing. And man, what if we get Power and everybody to like get on our side? And then you find out Power is just her. There's no movement. She has
made me laugh though.
She has the name copyrighted basically, and that's it. It's like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. But all right, for the plot, they're going after Xanatos. Like, I
think too, it's Qui-Gon's decision, and the council's like, we don't really want you to do that, but we'll allow it.
Yes, and to the point of prequel politics, I know this is kind of Jedi politics. There's a lot that the council does where I'm like, I don't really have much respect for you guys, because it's like, why would you just tell him, I know this guy just broke in, and I know he just did this. You don't have our approval, but hey, if you want to go deal with
your own man,
go ahead. Like, bro, you guys just had a youngling die because of this guy.
Right.
He was trying to kill
Yoda, at least.
Yoda, trying to kill Padawan, all this. And you decide to not pursue him?
Yeah.
And then it's like you just let them go. So when you see the downfall of the Jedi Council, it makes sense, because they're just making wrong choices. But they go to Talos, and like right off the bat, they have to go through like insane security. Xanatos knows they're going to show up. He's like, I made this too tantalizing. They're going to show up.
And he has a plan.
Yeah, and right off the bat, man, they are like on the run. They are
wanted.
Yeah, they're being
Criminals.
chased. Yeah, and at one point, yeah, they like see this might be later, but they see their faces eventually, like basically, hey, these people are wanted. And so that complicates things. But this is Xanatos' homeworld, and it's dominated by the Off-World Mining Corporation. But that's a very big twist that comes in at the end, because the people of Talos, they don't know.
Right.
And
they think Xanatos is this great hero of Talos.
Yeah.
This great man.
Yep.
So generous.
And they have this really weird thing called catharsis. It's this like crazy like gladiatorial event and this massive lottery. So people are like betting tons of money and just like who's gonna live, who's gonna die, all this kind of stuff. And catharsis, like everybody, literally everybody comes, and they actually come to the catharsis building to watch this, and they can bet and all this. And then there's this random lottery where it's like the people who win this lottery get to basically kind of
random lottery.
Random, yeah. You find out it's all rigged. But they can win it big. And if you win it big, you never have to work again. And it's this huge thing. And it's really fascinating. But catharsis, it's essentially revealed. It's just a distraction, right? It's engineered to keep the citizens docile. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then again, here, control through the media, right? Mm-hmm. This is where I'm like, oh, man. Jude Watson has that, like, Pacific Northwest, like, anti-establishment feel to her. The way she's writing, it's pretty fascinating. She's pretty great.
Yeah.
And so Power, all three of them at this point with Obi-Wan, Den, and Andra, they basically go on this little. There's all these like environmental sectors where like the government's like keeping them out of these sectors, and they have to like go and. Like they go to this area and they're looking through the beautiful nature reserve things, and they find out, hey, there's all this like mining activity. What the heck's going on here?
And then they have to link it to Offworld.
Yeah, and this whole thing is there's this huge play where they're like, how do we expose Xanatos? Because there's literally a point. Everyone in the catharsis arena is chanting like Xanatos, Xanatos. And
they love this guy.
It's crazy. So they're like, hey, we need to basically have the people turn against Xanatos. And they end up doing that by taking all these videos and showing that it's actually off-world, and Xanatos has been basically plundering their planet of natural resources.
Mm-hmm. He's not the generous man they thought he was.
Yeah, and so Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, they kind of expose this corruption, and there's assassination attempts. Oh man, so many as they're going down this road. And in the final battle, with Xanatos and Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, he's killed, but he kind of does it to himself. Mm-hmm. They basically polluted the water to such a point where he like chooses to throw himself in acid. The last act of pride, won't even let Qui-Gon take his life, kind of a thing.
Well, I don't even think Qui-Gon was necessarily trying to do. I think he was trying.
He wanted to arrest him or something.
Arrest him, yeah.
Yeah, and this is where Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, they're officially here, Master and Padawan again.
Yay!
After this.
Reconciliation.
There's so much plot-wise in this. It's so dense for such a small book. Mm-hmm. So there's tons we're not even covering. But for Obi-Wan, his character themes, talk to us about the man, the myth, the legend, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, and this one we really start to see how he's starting to become a lot less impulsive and more honoring of Qui-Gon and his wisdom. So he's, instead of trying to do things on his own in his own way, thinking he has all the answers, he's more submitted. He also demonstrates more trust in Qui-Gon's wisdom and in his guidance, and that he learns that justice sometimes requires finality. Mm-hmm. And then you also get to see like that. There's that that joy, I guess, he has when there's like that reconciliation and where he's officially a Padawan again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what's really interesting with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, it's like they're with the events of the Captive Temple, the prior book, and the events of this book, the Day of Reckoning, they are thrown into the deep end. Like you thought Melita Dan was bad, and then you when you read this, you're like, wow, they're going through it.
Yeah,
it is like very intense.
Yep.
And so Qui-Gon, he has to face the ultimate consequence of his failure with Xanatos. And he's trying to balance like compassion with resolve, because he's like, this whole thing with Xanatos, he's like, you just want to kill me, just kill me, kind of. He's trying to like lure him,
taunt him.
And Qui-Gon's like, basically, no, he won't do it. He's like, there will be justice, but he's like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Basically, he's like, if I have to, I will.
Right.
Like, he says that, but he's not trying to be vengeful. He's just trying to bring closure and justice to the situation. And he does have to realize and accept redemption isn't always possible, which I think makes his relationship with Anakin so much sweeter, because I think when Anakin, like, there's that scene, you know, when Anakin's slaughtering the Tuscans, where he's like, Anakin, no, right? Like in the Force or whatever. And I'm like, oh man, like he's even just like breaking through to just be like, don't do this. Like he's seen the effects of it already. And he's choosing to protect the future rather than cling to the past. That's a huge thing. And this really intense emotional arc for him, it comes to closure here with the death of Xanatos.
I think a cool thing to talk about on this would be Den, how he really comes through. Because at first, when you're reading the book, you're like, man, I don't know if I trust Den. He's kind of out for himself. He didn't necessarily seem evil, but like he was very motivated by money.
Yes.
So it's like this guy could turn them in for money. Like, again, he's not necessarily evil, but he's gonna do what he needs to do to get make a quick buck. But all throughout the movie, they continually kind of work together, and he's trying to prove himself. But to me, as I was reading, it felt like he was like trying to overcompensate and get them, kind of like trick them. So then I was like, I don't know about this guy. Like, I don't really trust him. But in the end, they rigged the catharsis thing for him to be picked. And so then he has the opportunity to get all this money. And as you're reading, there's this tension. Is he going to take the money, or is he going to follow through with the plan and expose Xanatos? And then the boy comes through, and no one believed Obi-Wan. Or was it Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon who? Yeah. No one believed them at first until Den spoke up and had like showed the proof, because they exposed him, and then Xanatos was like, yeah, this is wrong, like, you don't believe these guys. And then Dem came and dropped the hammer and saved the day. So Den's a real one.
Yeah, and Den, the way he's even introduced is Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are being chased, and he basically pulls up in this kind of like lift, and he's like, hey, you want to ride? And then he's like, I know what it's like to be on the run, kind of thing. You know, it's that kind of vibe.
Okay.
And then you're like, is this guy, is he good or not? And then you realize he's kind of, when you think about that whole kind of like chaotic good, like that's kind of where he sits. He's this kind of a chaotic good character, which is very interesting. But yeah, I think one of the fascinating things, is that when Den calls out Xanatos,
we were like so hype.
Yeah, it's like, wow, he did a fantastic job. It was because everyone else was basically pinned down, out for the count, and he could have just let them go, but instead he chose to speak up. And
I think he's motivated by a beautiful woman, by love. Yeah. Well, I think he has something there for Andre, but
yeah, and Jude Watson does a really good job of making you care for these characters, even though you don't see them again, right? When
I know.
When you move on, you're like, man, these characters are so great. And with Xanatos, you see, again, he's motivated by bitterness and pride and obsession, and he has a chokehold on this planet and its population. And even to the point where when the accusations were first brought and people saw video footage, he was able to just like quiet down the crowd and like, this is all false, this is made up, and basically quickly woos everybody. And then Den had to,
very charismatic,
Den had to like flip the script, and it worked. But yeah, he's all about exploiting systems, and he uses like spectacle and wealth and chaos as weapons. And he's really, man, you're talking about unexamined resentment, that's Xanatos through and through. What I did find interesting about Catharsis, this whole gladiatorial game.
Catharsis, yeah, it was crazy.
You're seeing how like society was decaying from this crazy spectacle, and yeah, violence and greed were normalized, and they were seen as entertainment
And celebrated.
And it was this whole idea of corporate exploitation, right? Which was just really, really fascinating when you saw civic responsibility was kind of given up, and the corporation steps in, and so Talus's leadership is pretty much non-existent, and there's a shell corporation. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but there's a shell corporation that was taking over, which is really off-world.
Yep.
Xanatos's. So what I will say, if you were to just read 1 through 8 and not read the other 12 books, you would be so, I don't know, thrilled that you read them. You'd feel so satisfied with the ending. 1 through 8 is a great, like, long arc.
Yeah.
These 8 books just flow one into another. It resolves Qui-Gon's most personal failure. It solidifies Obi-Wan's growth as a true Padawan, and there is this huge tonal shift from like, hey, there's these inward conflicts to outward missions, and all of this does take place across just about 4 months in universe, which is really, really crazy. It is a pretty dark conclusion to this arc, with Xanatos essentially killing himself. But essentially, it does solidify.
It's a good closing to an arc. And yeah, I think she could have ended the series here, but I'm glad she didn't, because I love the further character development of Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. It just gets better and better as the series goes on for those two characters. Maybe the arcs aren't as good as these, or the stories may be a little bit different. The character development is phenomenal throughout all 18 books. Like, amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And man, if you can read 1 through 8 at least 1 through 8, it is so fantastic. And maybe we can start some grassroots power movement to see these put to film.
Yes.
To see these put to TV, animated. Man, if I might have to just learn how to do it myself. I don't know. These are so good. They are so good, and you should absolutely read them. So,